Yeah, you know, when you see this faces applied, I'm coming to talk all my big shit, buddy. Like, it's not gonna stop. I've been getting a lot of y'all telling me to shut the fuck up and stop doing it, but I ain't gonna stop, ho. So I'm about to follow up with this whole idea that homosexuality is a learned behavior, when in all actuality, it's homophobia that is promoted and it's learned. You know, I mentioned in the video that, you know, I grew up in a couple hoods. My family was very Christian. So over time, you know, I kind of realized that I only spoke or came across in the energy and in the language of a homophobic when I dropped the videos that I dropped that went viral. Now, if you don't know, some people, or a good number of people on Twitter, especially in gay group chats, they know my face because I went viral for saying that dykes shouldn't fuck with dykes and studs shouldn't fuck with studs. And, you know, I said that I was a Christian. I said that I was bisexual. I said that, you know, I was judgmental. I was a hypocrite, that life doesn't make sense. I mean, fiction has to make sense and life doesn't. So, you know, really just not exactly proving my point, but just coming across and I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? It's like, not it's wrong, but, you know, to people, you know, it came across as if it was wrong. And that wasn't really my intentions. I just believe that there should be a feminine and a masculine balance, just to clear that up. And if I did offend anybody, that's not the case, as I support love all around. If I see a dyke on dyke relationship and they happily in love, I'm gonna be happy for them. It's not my business, not my place. But growing up with homophobia all around me and believing is kind of like, that's what really triggered that contradicting belief, and, you know, that hurt to, you know, not exactly learn how to accept myself and believe that it was okay. You know, I was forced to come out. The school called my mom and kind of told her, and, you know, went around the family, you know, a whole lot of shit came out around that time. And, you know, I was crying. I think it was my godmom. I was like, you know, I don't want to be like this. You know, I didn't ask for this, you know. And she was kind of like, well, where'd you get that from? Because you wasn't around that, which is true. You know, I was always a tomboy, but I used to run home from school because of the simple fact that, you know, they were picking on me. They were calling me gay. They were saying, you know, I was a boy, and it was true, but it's like, it was only around me to know that it was wrong. So I used to pick on people. And then when they did find out I was gay, I got bullied for it. I remember going down the hall, and there was this girl who was real beefing some weird shit, but she was like, you know, I know a girl who likes girls. Like, you know, it's like a whole thing, banging on the lockers, and everybody's just laughing, and I'm just looking like silent, pissed as fuck. And that kind of, you know, had me go into that real I don't give a fuck attitude. Like, you know, say what you want, believe what you want, whether I agree or not, I don't give a fuck. And, you know, that's why I take it so strongly now. Or, you know, I never deleted those videos of me going viral, because it's like, you know, I'm still growing as a person. There's some things I gotta realize. I'm only 20. So, you know, if anything, I'd rather you come directly to the source and ask me about it. I won't continue to talk about it, but I do understand why, or how I could have hurt some people, or how I could have offended some people, how I could have lost some people with the way that I came about it, you know. But in all actuality, it was for people who were just like me, who couldn't exactly explain it or accept it themselves. So it's like, homophobia is what really triggers that self-hate, what can really trigger some violent people. You know, you're not really in a place to be accepted, so you only have to accept that you are wrong. And, you know, to be honest with you, if anybody is still going through that situation where it's like, not even if you're gay, you know, there's a whole lot of things that you could want to be or believe in, you know, you just grow up to be the opposite, so your family doesn't accept you, or your environment that you're in doesn't exactly promote it. So it's like, you know, you need to seek, you know, some type of higher, not learning, but like higher healing, higher understanding of yourself. You know, I do a lot of devotionals. I pray a lot. You know, I don't really believe in counselors, but I am looking for a spiritual advisor. So it's like, you know, growing up homophobic or with homophobic characteristics, it was never, I'm never gonna put my kids, if I do have kids, in that situation, because it only tears apart relationships. It only burns bridges. It only builds up anger. You know, it's not really something that should continue. So, you know, before you sit there and you try to judge somebody, or you come off to somebody wrong, or even if you do come off to somebody wrong, try your best to turn it back around and say where it was that you did intend to say, because that could really destroy some people, and not even make them commit suicide, but commit mental suicide, which is worse than actually committing suicide. So, you know, that's just my advice to anybody who is really like on that, this is what it is, this is the code type shit. You know, if you ain't in the streets, or if you ain't in some type of system that is strictly for, you know, a certain type, quit doing that shit.